But every woman I deal with and I treat like how no prioritize right now. No relationships. I'm never taking no condom off. I'm not doing this and that. I'm not eating your pussy. You feel me? They never leave. They never leave. They harass me. They call my phone all the time. And it's like, it's a whole different aspect. And that shit crazy to me that you don't want you didn't want the nice guy, but you want the worst, the best aspect of me that I am now. Like, you know, that's crazy. But yeah, so like, and like, I don't understand, like, why would you want somebody that don't want to commit to you more than you want somebody that will commit to you? And for me, and like, and that's some women out there, and like,
that's because they fall in love with the dream. The dream is temporary. Like, people will say you a dream only to get what they want, and once they get what they want, that dream is over. You know, like, I done seen people get married. Like, I seen people get married, and then I seen people have babies, and then I seen them get divorced. All within a 5-year period. Like, so it's like, all right, cool. So you did that, you messed up, and now you want to come back here. Nah, I'm good. Like,
yeah, right. I can even go on that telling you the dream shit. If you say you're gonna give me a boat at Tuesday at 12 p.m., I better have a boat at Tuesday at 12 p.m. Shit, if I don't, like, it's just gonna be a problem. But it shouldn't be keeping you.
But see, like, the thing is, though,
I'm not even out of make a trouble, but I'm not saying it like in a far aspect like that, but it's in any sense. Like, if you're saying, okay, I'm gonna call you this, it don't matter what it is. It's like those things are the reason why people be like, you know, falling out of relationships, because people not keeping their word. They're not consistent, you know, enough with their relationships and each other.
See, my thing is, right, if I'm honest with you from the get-go about, listen, I don't like going on dates. If you want to come over here and hang out with me, I'll cook some food, I'll fix this, I'll buy some drinks and all that. I buy some weed for you to smoke, like, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not going outside with nobody. Like, you go to these people bars, like, you don't know if the liquor's real. You know, the biggest lesson I learned in 2022 is you can't drink everybody's bar liquor, you know? And I'm not out here trying to visit everybody's bar or go to everybody's restaurant, because food is more like presentation these days. It's not meant to fool you. It's meant for the presentation. So people get on Snapchat and film the food that they got. Like, after I eat it, I'm still hungry. So at the end of the day, why did I just come here and spend $200 at this restaurant? Like, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I had a friend once, and like real friend, like best of friends, and I was friends with his girlfriend, his coworkers. We used to always go out, hang out, after work and stuff like that, smoke shit pop. And like, he was always good to that girl. Always good. Like, they see me like the best of friends and all that. You know, we'd be at work, maybe she'd sit on his lap. It's like, go take care of shit. Yeah, and you know, it's like that. We did have a perfect relationship. And so one day she just propositioned me, and she kept telling me, she told the whole job about the dream she had of me, you know, and stuff like that. So like, but homeboy didn't know, you know, this is my best friend at the time, you know that. And so I tells him, I'm like, look, homegirl telling people she had a dream about me. She asked me already to smash, you know, like, she even told me I could do it at the job, like, you know, like bugging, like snap, you know, like, he told her, and I lost that friendship. He texted me, he called me one day. He said, I don't blame you, this and that. He said, thank you for telling me, and thank you for being honorable and stuff like that. But he never hung out with me ever again. I seen that dude recently in indictment, behind my building, popping weed. You know, he said, I know you. I said, yeah, I know you already playing, you know. He gave me $5, you know, that, both away, you know, that. Stop being my friend, you know, and that's what I mean by like messy stuff, like putting like compromising positions. Like, I was put in a compromising position. I was a good friend, or a female when the chief.
And the thing is,
on a good guy, he never did nothing. So
I've learned my lesson with that too. Like, these days, it's like, I'm gonna mind my business. Because at the end of the day, it's like, we see something going on, and you try to warn, someone who you think is a friend, next thing you know, it's like, it just becomes messy. So,
I wish I never told you. I would say I have my friend. Like, I would never did that with her. Still, you feel me? But like, I told him because like I didn't want him to find out through the grapevine and he come up with the idea that I was doing something, and stuff like that. But like, he was a friend, Oh, and he was a good guy, Because like I said, girls don't want a good guy for some reason.
I feel a good guy. I just feel like they don't be like really unexpected.
Yeah. But if I said
I'm
something,
happily single. Like, I'm happily single out here in the streets, man. And Dr. Dre just said something like, I feel sorry for all you married people out there. Because after he got divorced, he said, I've never felt more free in my life. And that's the thing, like, I just feel like, I don't know if we are meant to basically settle down at the end of the day.
We're not meant to be married, because marriage is a business.
I'm not signing no documents.
We need a union for sure.
Before we finish,
I have relationships that last longer with friends than people I was in relationships with.
You ever looked at government documents?
Okay.
They always in capital letters. Like even when you look at their names, it's always in capital letters. It's like they speak a whole different language than us. Yeah. I was saying like how the government use only capital letters in every document. Like even if you get the document from the government,
it's a confidential.
Yeah, it'll be capital letters in the name. Even their names be capital letters. It's like they speak a whole different language. So I'm only writing capital letters now. Any post I put, it's only in capital.
No, why are you screaming? I'm not. I'm mad something.
It's funny because people used to be like, "Yo, why you yelling?" It's like, I'm not yelling, so why all the caps?
Stop. Why can't you do that? Like, my shit is like every first word.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. First letter capital, the rest of it lowercase, commas, periods, whatever. Special points where they're supposed to be at, but like, yeah, I'm for that one. Capital letters. That mean it means something to them. We don't know what it means, but it means something. So
y'all some troopers. Like, I see y'all out here in the streets. They drop a whole half a bottle of Casamigos.
We helped them. We
definitely helped. And then I think I drank most of the bottle.
I was definitely sipping mine. I was definitely putting my shine.
But I don't know, man. It's just this day and age, relationships. People look at relationships and they want what our grandparents and our parents had.
Yeah.
And it's like we in a different day and age.
That's not bad though.
It's not bad, but at the end of the day, it's not how this world is working right now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you have children being raised by children with no values and no morals, they didn't grow with the same values and morals we grew up with. So at the end of the day, it's a whole different society that we are growing up in. We are living in a society where it's like it's sheeps and wolves, and it's more wolves than it is sheep now.
The only you think about it, the only families that actually sit down to dinner now are like Chinese and like Asian people and stuff like that.
When I was working at Pepsi, I could count how many black people was working there. It was like in the office that I was working in, probably about 5-6 black people. Everybody else was white. Everybody else was Chinese. But I see a lot of young people in there, 23, 24 years old, getting married, having kids, and it's like that. Like they real big on families in here, like crazy. That's not what they teach over here. They teach pimping and a whole bunch of other stuff. And that's what we are fed with stuff like TV shows, like Love and Hip Hop. We used to have family shows on TV. We used to Family Matters, Boy Meets World, Fresh Prince, where you had a mother, father in the home. If you didn't learn morals and values at home, you learned it from a TV show. But what do we have now? We have Love and Hip Hop. We have
cartoon. A lot of bullshit in them.
Yeah, a lot of bullshit in cartoon.
It's crazy. SpongeBob, I was watching something where they was like, yo, they showed us an image. It looked like scribble, but they say you turn it upside down and it read boobies.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
The last episode I ever let my kids watch the SpongeBob, at least in my presence, was the train episode. It was a train, and it's like him, SpongeBob, and Squidward was like fighting or something like that, and you see like a sheep. You see like a sheep, and like and then when he came out, he told Patrick, I really like Squidward and stuff like that, and like I said, this show is brainwashing. I'm like, that's the first time I've ever seen it. But I've seen other things, but like that episode is like stuck with me. And then you got shows like it's a show called I think Family Time. Time of Richard, something like that, Richard Time.
Richard Time. Yeah,
Richard Time. Something like that. It's like these two little cats or something like that. It's like a blue cat and all that, something like that. And it's a hot dog episode, a Lizzie episode. So he's camping with the hot dog, right? He go to reach over the hot dog, but now he's on top of the hot dog. So they look at each other. The hot dog's alive. So they look at each other, look at that. And then you see the camera go out. Now it's just the tent of because they're camping. It's a tent. You feel me? And you hear smooches. You feel me? You hear the sheets moving. You feel me? I'm like, why would they put this in this cartoon? You feel me?
It's crazy.
That's how cartoons are.
Yeah.
Now it's playing some real shit going on.
They banned, what is it? Was it Aladdin? They banned, it was one cartoon they banned in India because they had too many kisses.
So that's
they said no, we don't do that.
No, that wasn't a cartoon. It was
no, it was a cartoon. It was a Disney cartoon. They banned it in India.
Oh yeah, it was Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. I was about to look it up. But they banned it because they had too many kissing. And it's like, why are you trying to force this on our kids?
Nah.
Like, if our kids grow up and they choose to do this, then they choose to do this. But at the end of the day, would you putting these images and stuff in their head and make them more curious?
You making
right? Come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
you're making little boys think it's okay to kiss another boy. You're making little girls think it's okay to kiss another girl.
It's good.
When it shouldn't be okay for nobody to kiss anybody.
It was three shows I used to watch. One of them was Chicago Med. The other one was SWAT, and it was one more show. I forgot what it was. There's one more show, but all three shows had the same concept. Group relationships. So either a guy and a girl was getting married and they wanted them to be the third wife, the other girl be the second wife. Or no, in fact, it was the other show was called Evil. The guy fought the main character, the dude that played Luke Cage, his father on that show. His father had multiple wives. And like those three shows was all promoting that three same things. I'm like, why all these three shows I watch promoting this? Like the same thing. You feel me? People don't like it, but she wanted this and that. Then she realized it's wrong, so now she don't want to do it. Like, why?
It's crazy.
Like, why? Like, it's like, it's just brainwashing. And like, so I started watching all three of those shows. You can't stop it, you can't boycott it, you can't force it to go off the air, but you can start watching it. And people don't realize that. I seen a post the other day.
You know what the crazy thing is though, cousin? When they put these shows out, it's meant for us to watch. It's not meant for they people to watch.
Yeah, so they don't have TVs.
Yeah.
They don't have TVs. If you got TVs, it's a stock market.
Yeah.
Or it's because they're poor.
But it's not even that. It's these TV shows go out to a certain demographic. When that demographic that they want to watch it isn't watching, we gotta pull a show.
Look at clothes.
It's not. They're not watching it. All people is watching it.
Look at clothes.
We gotta pull it.
Who buy Gucci the most? Who buy Louis the most? You feel me? I buy Mad Europa. You feel me? Like who buys stuff the most? You feel me? Like, you know, it's black people, and if we stop,
that's the money.
Yeah,
like we only worth something if we are spending money.
Yeah, if we
to them.
If we stop, I think L'Europe. I think L'Europe is a black company. I think I'm not sure. I think but instead of black people promoting this is why I went on a date yesterday and the girl asked me would I like to drink coffee and stuff like that. She's like, she love going to Starbucks. You can read. I said, I'm not going to Starbucks. I said, I'd rather go to Dunkin' Donuts. I said, if I got coffee, I'm going to a bakery that's owned by Spanish people. I said, they won't buy from me, but I still sit on black. You feel me? Because they just mixed up. The DNA just mixed up. You feel me? No, so I'd rather just go to them and give them my money than give this corporation that's owned by every company. They both Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks owned by the same company. So why?
Yeah.
But
actually, Starbucks is owned a little by Pepsi. They have a little stake, and they
But it's two companies that own it's three companies that own everything: BlackRock, Vanguard, and Cargill. So if you ever work in the food industry, it's a company called Cisco. That's company Cisco gets their food from Cargill. So do McDonald's, so do Wendy's, Burger King, any restaurant in the United States get their food from there. Cargill is the biggest food manufacturer in the United States. You know, then you got BlackRock, they control banks. They own a piece of every company in the world. Then you got Vanguard, they own a piece of every company in the world. You feel me? And then you look at companies like Chase. Chase own BlackRock, but BlackRock own Chase. How that's possible? Chase got the most shares of BlackRock. BlackRock got the most shares of Chase. How is that possible? So they don't know who own who. You know, it's confusing. You know, and that's how they fool the government. You know, this is why I only use credit. You feel me? I would never buy anything ever again. It's credit. You feel me? You know, I would.
But it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same.
Yeah. But it's the same thing. But
it's just credit with credit. Yeah, it's just with credit. Credit is better because you're building a portfolio.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly. And this is why, and I learned that from Waka Flocka and Donald Trump. Yeah. You feel me? And this is why I just
Waka Flocka. Oh man.
Yeah, he changed shit up.
Yeah, by the end of this year, I'm gonna have my trust and all that. I'm not playing. I'm gonna have my house, my trust. I'm gonna have my company, all that. Yeah. So, and that's all because Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka. But you know, it's like I feel like when people like Kyrie, right, when they post a link to a book and get in trouble for posting a link to a book, it's like, no. You are in a position of influence. Mm-hmm. You are not allowed to teach your people. You are not allowed to teach your people anything.
In the Bible, in the Bible it says the world will change, the rapture and all that will change when when Jesus come back and all that, and also when the Israelites go back to Jerusalem, right? Yeah. Now think about it. Who's in Jerusalem right now? You feel me? Mm-hmm. Who's in there now, and why the world didn't change yet? Yeah. Because they're not the real people. Yeah. Think about it. They're not the real people. Yeah. And now it's black people was to go there. Yeah. In masses, hundreds and hundreds, millions, thousands. The world, the lights might go, the fucking lights might go out or some shit. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. The lights might go out, the earth might stop or some shit. Some shit might happen. And somebody didn't want you to do it.
I come across a lot of people that don't care what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, you are part of the problem.
Exactly.
You are part of the problem because at the end of the day, it's like you're saying what we are talking about is like conspiracy theory, all that. Like,
conspiracy.
Yeah, like.
It don't matter. Or you thinking too. I hate when a rich motherfucker they say, oh, you thinking about some deep.
What?
I
You
hate
not
that.
thinking deep enough.
Exactly.
Like,
Like, why are you not thinking deep enough? Like, why? What's the mislinking?
I put on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I said it used to take a village to raise a child. Now you gotta protect your child from the village.
No,
Like all the stuff that's going on out there. Like, come on, I don't want my kids to see this. I don't want my kids. I went inside a public school because I used to work for DOE. I went inside a public school. All you see is rainbow flags everywhere. It's like, what's going on? These kids, like, it's public
It
school.
shouldn't be about sexuality. It should be like, all right, we're going to teach you about the different things that can happen in life, but we are not going to tell you. Oh,
This is how you do it.
Yeah, and this is what you celebrate because you're susceptible. You're impressionable, so you can't just have the answers in your house.
I went inside of a high school in Manhattan. They had a gender neutral bathroom. I said, what? I opened the door. There's one toilet. There's one toilet in here and one sink. Why not just call it a restroom?
A unisex?
Unisex.
What they call it? Family restroom, right?
My job got
already had those.
But they try to get kids used to certain words.
Because identities are just like so much now. It's like I can appreciate somebody's identity being really true, but I see trendy. Everything is trendy. Like, I could be this, and sometimes it's like I'll be this for a time. That's gonna give me some money, and then I could go.
I work at IKEA. IKEA famous for two things for me working there. One, they don't fuck with drugs. You come there high, they fire you. I seen people get like gone. Let me see you smell like weed. You out of here. You know, like you drunk. The second thing that they promote that. They got the buttons. I got one of the buttons at the house that say him, he, something like that. They got the buttons. They got literally the whole wall. There's nothing about that. They got the people that work there posing with that, saying how qualities, this and that. These are people, and like I even worked at a job.
Like it's so fucking special for getting fucked.
Yeah, and it's the sweetest company.
I tell people, like, yo, I will never vote Democratic again.
I'm not voting at all again.
Ever. I don't vote for nobody.
I'm not voting forever. I'm never voting again. I will go there with my name there. I will my name there.
I don't even want to push that though. Because the thing is, it's the Democrats that's pushing the gay agenda.
But the Republicans are too. The difference is that they telling you about it. Democrats, they be like, oh, we work with y'all, we'll do this. Shit too, but they don't tell y'all. Republicans be like, yes, we gonna fuck y'all up, but we gonna give y'all some money. We fucking y'all out.
Now, Trump gave me a lot of money.
We're gonna get you some help. But he was also telling us this shit gonna get exposed. They're doing this. They're doing that.
So we have Donald Trump. Thank you for your money. I appreciate you. So I'll vote for you again.
we have people like Obama, right?
Ain't shit.
Like
he ain't shit. He's a pedophile.
Joe Biden is. Joe.
I'm not even gonna say that but all I know is Obama signed what is called the DARK Act, which it allows companies to be able to give us GMO foods without telling us that there's GMO inside this food.
Yeah, they tell you, but you gotta know what you're looking for, like the orange shit.
They say biogenerated.
Like the fruit, they got that label in there.
Yeah.
You gotta read that label. They tell you what it is.
No, but sometimes it doesn't tell you everything because it'd be the factory workers that be feeling bad. Like
you're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to eat fruit with no seeds. Fruits have seeds.
Everything
no soy.
If you eating grapes that don't have seeds, something's wrong. If you eating an orange that don't have seeds,
watermelon no seeds.
You're supposed to eat this seed.
Especially as women. You're
supposed to follow.
We have seeds.
Because you gotta think, like, wait a minute, well, how do they make seedless products?
Oh, and why are they making seedless products?
So that I feel like it's to make women infertile.
It is.
Women and men.
Women and men.
Yeah, and
men. Yeah, go ahead, finish.
We get more like estrogen within you and all that sweet. Like a lot of people have like diabetes or types of stuff. It's not the same food. It's constant.
You ever seen the movie Children of Men?
Nah.
Have y'all seen the movie Children of Men? So basically, the movie Children of Men is women start having babies. The last kid, the last child born died in a riot because he was leaving out his apartment and people, crowd of people, and somebody killed him. He was like 20 something, but no kids is born. The first kid that's born is from an African lady, and she's black, dark than this table is. You know what I mean? And white people are protecting her and trying to get her to safety and all that. And then when people see, after she had the baby, when people see the baby, they all stop fighting. Then her leave, get to safety, and they all stop fighting.
So I was listening to
that's what happened eventually. Women gonna have a baby.
I was listening to Akon the other day. He was saying some madness about we don't need women. Women need us. And I was like, how stupid did he say?
Yeah. We definitely need women.
We need them for
companionship. We need them for friendship. We need them for comfort. We need them for conversation. We need them.
But he started going on about listen, if we want to have a child, we could just put the child in an incubator and let the child cook in it. What type of foolishness are you saying?
Listen. Without women, the world wouldn't exist. We need women. Because without women, if the world was nothing but men, there would be no kids. No kids at all. Gender's a fact. Gender's a fact. You can't. Without women, there would be no humans. All men, originally men would just die out.
So I feel like this whole gay thing.
Yeah, but for incubator things, if you have electricity, it's over. You feel me? You need women. So women on the earth.
So my thing is this whole gay thing, this whole gay agenda that they are promoting. It's a way for people to stop populating.
Definitely.
This is why they are forcing it so hard because they want us in the black community and all these other places to stop making children.
Well, the reason why we have more of an issue with it is the only problem I have is that there's a duality in the world. There are and have always been gay people, but it has not been accepted because we have gone by a certain way of biology. And that's understandable.
Most people were.
But
kings and queens were allowed.
You're reversing. You're reversing your soul literally. When you go against the brain, because that's what it technically is. You're reversing everything that's already supposed to be done. That is supposed to happen. You're reversing the whole process.
Yeah, but no, pharaohs and kings and queens have forever done this thing.
Yeah.
And they are considered the highest, because of their status.
The marionette, but I wouldn't say the homosexuality with the pharaohs, but the Greeks and the Romans.
No, even with the pharaohs, they are known to have, so because they have power. Yeah. They are allowed to deal with whoever they want to deal with. And that be their little secrets. Even when it comes out, it's like, well, he was a pharaoh, so technically he was supposed to be about certain principles. That's how he was looking at. And that's what every king, this is like, not every king, of course, has been engaged in homosexual activities, but it has been a norm for powerful people to feel like that is something to engage with, that is a king that they want to
because they can do it.
Yeah, and they want to see people that are without power to do it. That's why I'm like, there are people that are always going to be this, but there are always going to be people that are influenced to be this because of their circumstances. If somebody's poor, you can tell somebody to fuck somebody for a little money, a lot of money.
They're going to do it.
It don't matter.
They're going to do it.
It's like it's going to happen, but it's like you don't have to push anything. You have to say, all right, these things are in the world, but I don't want to see it in my kids' shows because I didn't even want to see certain things. Like I want to see natural relationships with. I wanted to see like natural relationships between like, all right, you had a mother and a father, okay. I do understand some people might have a father and a mother and a mother, but that was something that we grew on You feel me? So I do want to see that because I feel like that is the thing that is being dismantled. So we do have to have some kind of leverage. Like we do have to keep this straight. You want to call it a straight agenda? You do have to keep the straight agenda because if we don't have that, we don't have populace. And if we're not populating, then we die. We're not multiplying like we see. Yeah. As Black people, as African people, we need that because they want that. They're dealing with our partners so that they get that. They get stronger DNA each time they populate with us, even though they're fucking up our DNA.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who they are.
They got scientists, yeah.
It doesn't matter who they are because Asians and Asian doctors, let me say Asians, Asian doctors and white doctors were in Africa dealing with African women, experimenting on them, experimenting on their children, and then killing their babies when they felt like it. And that is a real story. You can go and you can look it up.
There's TikTok videos saying this stuff needs to stop. You see videos where like white people walking around holding hands with African people, or they taking pictures of African people.
God!
There was a guy. He went on a church mission. He wanted to do something good, so he went on a church mission, and so he got his church involved, and he went to He said they raised the money, but the church wanted to use the money to pay for the trip. He's like, no, everybody pay for their own ticket. You feel me? They say, no, fuck you. So a couple people was like, we pay for our own ticket. We're not gonna be like them and use the money we raised and all that for the people of Africa. So they go to Africa. He said they was doing stuff like a person, a kid that's not homeless, got a mother, father, rich kid. It's supposed to actually a rich African kid. You feel me? But like they want to take a picture of that African kid like he's a homeless kid, like a poor kid, like one of those babies that you see on TV. You know that, and the dude was like, I felt so disrespected, you know, that they did that to this family. Yeah. It's a regular family, and this not the family that we did to help. This family there working with us to help the family that we here to help. You know, like when they making these family kids as the homeless kids and kids that with big bellies and stuff like that. And like he just went into deep. He's taking pictures. He's taking pictures of people. They was taking pictures of and stuff like that. And he just felt that was like so wrong. So he made a video of it on TikTok. You know, and that's what they do when they go to these missions and all that. Like, why are you in Africa taking pictures of these people?
And these kids in their state, like these children and adults that do not know technology sometimes. And you sit there and you face them.
Yeah. They would get them. He said they would give them toys. They take pictures of toys and then take the toys away from them and stuff like that. They say this is what people's doing and it's only to get donations and all that. And I need South Park. This episode of South Park and it was years ago and it was about charities and the guy asked for donations but he's in a penthouse. You know, like big ass desk, like 50th floor. You know, like I need a donation and all that. Then he has his mansion, he has for donations and all that. Like you mean like there's enough people in the world, enough rich people in the world. Like you mean Jay-Z, there's enough rich black people in the world to buy an album. You feel me? And start a whole new site. Right. It's enough rich black people to be like everybody, enough influence too. Like, yo, every black person in the United States, I got a plane waiting for y'all and I got some boats waiting for y'all. We going to Africa. We gonna build this shit up. Fuck America. You feel me? And like, they got enough money to do this shit. You feel me? But they scared.
They on bullshit.
They scared.
They got their money.
Akon borrowed the billions of dollars from the Chinese.
From the Chinese.
Yeah, because he don't want to get killed, but we still can't.
And nothing has been done.
Yeah, but all rich people borrow money though.